Hello and welcome to another update video about Cardano. Finally a good day for Cardano holders. I think everybody's happy to see Cardano, a little bit of Cardano upside today, 6%, which is great. And I mean, yesterday in the video we talked about that Cardano seems to really move together with Bitcoin. Yeah, we saw that in the last 7 days, Cardano really, on the ADA chart, Cardano really moved together with Bitcoin. So there was no real difference between them, and now finally we can see that ADA is outperforming Bitcoin a little. So we're going to take a look at the ADA BTC chart in a minute as well. Where are we here? So we are currently here, in my view, still in a correction. Yeah, I just have to say it like that, and that will remain my view until we move higher and have a first 5-wave move to the upside. However, and this always creates confusion, I think, Cardano has done what it needs to do in the correction. It has made a lower low. That is critical. My target area is down here. That is between 30 and 55 cents. But if you've been with me for longer, you will know that my original target area was higher. That was reached. That was even broken. And the most important thing is that Cardano made a lower low. And it has done that. It has made the lower low compared to that wave A here from July. And therefore Cardano does not need to come lower to finish the correction off or something similar to Bitcoin. It doesn't need to do it. It can theoretically move to new all-time highs from here, yeah, at any point. That is why I had my buy order set slightly above $1, here below $1. I think my last buy order was triggered around 85 cents. So I'm happy with that. And for me, it's a long-term game, especially Cardano, investing in Cardano. I think everybody wants to know when is it finally turning around, and things are starting to look good, but don't forget, we also had very many fake outs here to the upside. I'm just cautious. I'm just cautious that everybody is suddenly, just because we have a couple of good days in the crypto market, everybody's getting super bullish and hyped again. Yeah, and I always find that a bit tricky, because that's suddenly when everybody wants to buy for some reason, but you need to buy when, you know, when you're down here. When it's getting boring, that's when we need to buy. I mean, in the end, it doesn't make a great difference buying at 90 cents, buying at 85 cents, to be honest, because you know my my outlook for Cardano, probably that in the next wave up, in the next major wave up, that wave 3, yeah, we're currently in a wave 2. Have we completed it? Maybe, I don't think so. In that wave 3, the next wave up, we will reach at least $4.50 in my opinion, yeah. But that is the minimum. I think we can also go to 550, 650. These are Fibonacci extension levels, and this is realistically what we can expect for Cardano in that next wave 3, after which you get a wave 4 to the downside, and then a wave 5 to the upside, which should even go higher. Okay, so from that point of view, this is a bullish outlook. Yeah, and I often get the comments that oh, I'm so bearish, but no, actually I'm super bullish. I'm super bullish. I've got these I've got these outlooks for various cryptos, and talking about a 5 to 10x in the next major wave up. This is realistic. Yeah, this is no Moonboy talk. This is realistic, but we just have to finish the correction off. That's it. It's just reality. It's no reason to hype. There's no need for emergency videos. It's just what it is. And at the moment, in my opinion, the best strategy, and that really is the best strategy at the moment, in my opinion, is just to dollar cost average in at these prices. We are at interesting price levels. That won't always be the case. Yeah, we will move very quickly at some point. Here above 160, we'll go back to $2. We'll go back to 250, and then this when people will ask, is it too late to buy? And we go to $3. Is it too late to buy? We go to 350. Is it too late to buy? And by then it will really be too late to buy. Because you're getting into new all-time high territory, which is also always the worst place to buy, to be honest. Even if I think that we are going to go to 450 at least, still buying an all-time high area is always uncharted territory, always very dangerous in my opinion. So when people are getting less interested, that is the time to buy in my opinion. And at the moment, for me, dollar cost averaging is the best way to do it. Yeah, so it's great, you know, it's moving in the desired direction finally to the upside. That's what we're all waiting for. Still, my primary expectation remains that we're coming down lower, and I have to assume it until we change something in the charts. It is just what it is. I can't just change my primary scenario just because we have a good day. Okay, so we need to have clear indicators on the charts. We want to stay objective here on this channel. Okay, so what I want to see at least is a move above that $1 line, after which I will be much more confident that we could have seen the low already. So what I always try to communicate, we need to see these confirmations to be more confident. But if you wait for these confirmations to buy, you've already lost 20, 30, 40% profit. Yeah, so I just try to, and everybody needs to decide for themselves, when do I want to buy? And I always try to emphasize, don't try to wait for the lowest low. So waiting, not going in at all and waiting for the 55 cents is probably not a good idea as well, at least not from my point of view. That is why I dollar cost averaged in here already, yeah. And channel members who have access to my buy and sell orders on Discord know that when I bought, I have buy orders set lower, but I wouldn't 100% expect this to happen. It is very likely, and it's the logical next support level, but I always have to communicate that it's not guaranteed, okay? We can only move in the space considering possibilities and probabilities. So what is very interesting is that Cardano is really finally moving up with a very strong green candle. And the key level that I'm watching out for, as I said, is the $1.01 level. But there is one level before that, which is that 95, 96 cent level. So there is two reasons for that. One reason is we've got this descending channel, and you see here that is the resistance level of that. But also, and that is also very, very important, it is the 61.8% Fibonacci retracement level. That is the most relevant Fib level. So let me see if I can just put that on the chart here properly. There you go. So here it is the 96 cent level. Yeah, that is the 61.8% Fib level. That is highly relevant. Yeah, and that is not only that previous high, it is also that resistance level of the descending channel, and it is the 61.8% Fib level. So a very important level. If we break that, get a retest, get the volume, I think we can fairly quickly move all the way up to 126, 127. We've seen it before with Cardano. Those moves up can happen quickly, but they often are fake outs. So I just try to sensitize you to not get overhyped just because of a small pump. But we talked about this descending wedge, yeah, and we broke out of it. We had the descending wedge back in June, July as well. And we're moving currently up in a very similar fashion, but it's just too early to talk about a breakout, okay? It's just too early yet. But nevertheless, we are repeating what we did back then. I just want to emphasize that, okay? So it's starting to look good, and maybe this is the beginning we've all been waiting for. I think this could become reality, that we really start to pump here if Bitcoin does this alternative scenario that I've got on the Bitcoin chart. So basically Bitcoin breaking above 45.5K out of this triangle to the upside. If you've seen my Bitcoin video, you will know what I'm talking about. I think then Cardano could really do a nice move to the upside. However, if Bitcoin just does here a fake out to the upside in that triangle and comes down, I think then that 55 cent level for Cardano is very realistic. So therefore you always have a bullish and you always have a bearish scenario. And we all know that Bitcoin is leading the way in the crypto market, and therefore we have to wait for Bitcoin's decision. At the moment, Bitcoin is just moving sideways, a little bit of upside in its triangle, and therefore we just have to wait how Bitcoin decides. That will have an impact on Cardano and many other cryptos as well. So this is the very important level, that 96 cent level. Generally, and that is what I told you yesterday as well. So anybody who watched that level and maybe even entered a long position when we broke it, probably made some profit. So we talked about it. And when Cardano breaks above the 50 line on the daily RSI, typically we see some good upside. Especially that was the case here back in middle of January, where we moved up from around here 130 to 160, for example. Yeah, these were all fake outs. That's the point. We talked about that. So Cardano really has been below the 50 line on the RSI since September. This is so important. When we manage to break above it and also hold it, this is so important. We need to hold this now and ideally retest it. The longer we can stay in that bullish range, the better. This is so important, and I think this is a very important sign to establish objectively that Cardano has a good chance to break here to the upside. Now we are back in that bullish range. That is so important, but it just needs to hold it now. We had 1, 2, 3, 4 fake outs to the upside in that whole period, and we want to make sure we stay above it. Yeah, so this is a very, very important level for Cardano. The MACD is continuing to build bullish momentum, so that is looking good all on the daily. We talked about that bullish MACD crossover as well, and again, the MACD is proving to be a good indicator also here for crypto. The 2-day chart also printing a bullish crossover on the MACD. even on the 2-day chart, you're getting closer now to that 50 line on the RSI. Here that might be even more relevant. Now here we actually didn't have a fake out, only here when it moved to 160 very slightly. That might be even a better tool to measure it, yeah, when you break on the 2-day chart above 50, yeah, because now we are still quite far away from it, not there yet. And it only has, well, throughout that whole period since September, we haven't really been above that level at all. So that might be even more relevant. So we keep a close eye on that. 4-day chart also highly relevant. We now have a bullish crossover on the 4-day chart, MACD. So all of these are pointing currently for further upside. Also here on the weekly, it's decreasing constantly that momentum, that negative momentum, but it's too early to talk about a bullish sign here. But certainly good here also on the weekly for the first time really to see some nice green candles here in weeks. So after it broke above that descending wedge. So could that be it? As I said, I remain skeptical. I want to see first that breaking above the 61.8% FIB level at 96.97 cents. Sorry, and then that $1.01, $1.02 level, that will be very important as well. And then we can take a look at that. So it's looking good, yeah, finally for Cardano. And as I said, my primary expectation is still we come lower until we see a confirmation in the chart. At the moment, other than a green candle and yes, nice upside on the indicators, I haven't seen anything in the price structure, and I want to see that. That is for me important, because even when you do fake outs to the upside, all the indicators can turn bullish, but it can still be a fake out. So therefore it is very important to get the full understanding of what the chart is actually doing. But on this channel, you'll know that we are equipped for both scenarios, and especially anybody who's using my own buy and sell orders should be. All right, looking forward to the next few days. Should be highly interesting for Bitcoin, Cardano, and so on. Could be an interesting Sunday, could also be an interesting next week. So hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe as well. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.